Okay, today we are going to go over the investor fact sheet and all of the important ratios and details for you to figure out if this is a good deal or not. This example here is a 331 unit project that we put a contract in on, and to give you an idea, we're going to go through line by line for you. So basically we have the number of units, how much square footage there is, rentable square footage, the price per square foot, and then the price per unit. The price per unit is very important. Always think of this price per unit. If this property was converted to a condo, could you sell the condo for that price? That's very important because you will find many sellers who have their properties on the market for above market price, above the value, when they're selling a unit for, let's say, $100,000 or $110,000 per unit, when in the area condos are only going for $85,000 or $80,000. So that's a very important. Next, you want to look at the income per unit. So this is the annual total income per unit and the annual expenses per unit. So once again, of course, you want to make sure that your income is greater than the expenses, but your actual ratios will come in a little later on that. Next, we go through the purchase price, your down payment amount, how much of a first mortgage and a second mortgage do you have on the property. Then you take a look at your income, expenses, and cash flow. Now this is very important. So right here, we're going to go over the total gross rental revenue. So this is the total rents that they collected last year, let's say. Your vacancy rate. Fannie Mae, the average across the country is 5.4%. So you always want to, on the conservative side, use 5.4%. But then some properties now, you want to look back at the last 2 years of the seller's financials. And this way you can find out what is the average vacancy for that property, because some of them may be 10%, it may be a little bit higher than that. So you always want to have, when you're placing the offer, you always want to use conservative numbers. So you want to use a higher vacancy than a lower. So if you're unsure, type in 7.5 or 10%. Other operating income, what this could be laundry, if there's like garages or something else that you're renting, any other additional income. Your operating expenses, this is everything that it costs to run the property. So you're going to have your taxes, you're going to have your utilities, which is electric, gas, water, you're going to have your landscaping, your repairs, your maintenance fees, you're going to have everything in there. If you get something from a seller that does not have a management fee, make sure you put in at least 5%, and find out which utilities are covered by the landlord and which utilities are paid for by the tenants. If you see any area that is blank, make sure you fill it in, because sometimes the sellers like to keep stuff out of there, which makes the property seem like it's doing better than it is. Also, you always want to have a 3% replacement cost. So that way you're always building up money each month from the rents to help with repairs. Now your net operating income, what this is taking your gross rental minus the vacancy plus the operating income minus your operating expenses, and this gives you your net income before you pay mortgages. Debt service, this is your mortgages. So in this scenario here, the annual mortgages are $966,000. Here gives your cash flow. So this lets you know what you have left over per year before taxes. Depreciation, normally that's divided out between 39 years on this type of property. So this way you know on a yearly basis how much depreciation you're going to have and what your taxable income is. So this is part one. This is going to be probably about a 10-part system because I have 2 other pages to show you. So tune into the next video and we'll go through the next details. Thanks a lot, and remember, follow us on all of our different social media. You'll see that on our next page or on our website. All right, have a great day.